The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can't morph into us, but a turn rapper.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
On third down, here's Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On the counter, here's Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Let's go. We got three.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. 12 yards that time, at a Pittsburgh first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Terrell Suggs coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They go play action here on 1st down. Allen has it left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Right there. All day, baby. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first throw for the backup Jackson. Buying time to his left. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Javon Hargrave continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down. Jackson will throw again. Steps away to his left. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On second down, Roethlisberger. Now he's forced out left. And some space here. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you really don't.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Throwing is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. Going left side here, and it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They go play action with Jackson. A heavy rush, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
but occasionally you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Like 20, 66.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Let's go.
Roethlisberger with a gift to Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at about the 14. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, Jackson forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turn.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Sean Davis with a pick. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 45 yards. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.